Hello, you're listening to UNS Talks, a podcast by the international architecture and design firm UNStudio. Here in our conversation, we deconstruct the built world and dive into what it means to truly design in a human-centric way. I'm your host today, Josine Hendriksen, and we're coming to you from our office here in Amsterdam. Today, I am sitting down with Ben van Berkel himself to discuss all that UNStudio accomplished this year. Our global network expanded its portfolio with the release of groundbreaking projects across multiple countries. We also released our newest task share with Ahrend and reached many other milestones in 2024. So Ben, how are you feeling after such an eventful year?
Quite good. It was a dynamic year, full of, maybe you could say growth pain, because we are growing as a company and we get more and more work. Also, we are on the level of the internal organization, shuffling a bit things in a new and positive direction. So it's been an eventful year.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with it being such an eventful year, we've had quite a few completed projects and competition wins, and I would like to hone in on 3 of them. So to start with, I would like to talk about the competition win for the Kyklos building in Luxembourg. Could you explain a little bit about the projects and why it's so exciting?
The Kyklos project is a very important project for us because it touches on many sustainable and, you could call it also new ideas on the future of work, ideas within the company. So it is a prototype project, you can better say. And what is the beauty here? That we were able to reduce down the carbon footprint close to 80% if we can altogether, with all the specialists we work with, achieve this. But through a new technology, with AI, we tested on many levels how the design could, with the wood construction, with reduction of the material footprint and the operational footprint, be brought to this 80%. So that is quite unique. And the design is, I think, related to that. And that's what you lately, luckily enough, see more in architecture, that you have a design what connects itself to sustainable and circular ideas, as if the building expresses also these principles. And so that's a shift in I would say, the approach of how we design in UNStudio in a quite important role.
Very nice, very nice. So touching upon sustainability, we also brought our commitment to design for the future to our products. And one of those products is the launch of Remode this year in collaboration with Ahrend. It has so many exciting features. Can you take us through the design philosophy behind it?
Yeah, the design is actually based on, again, also circular and sustainable principles. For instance, the materials are used of reused plastic, for instance, or plastic what is coming out of the ocean. It's circular, fully circular. It's a modular chair. But the most important is that it is not an office chair, as we say. It is a design made for wherever you'd like to work. Is it at the airport, or is it at home? Or is it in the office, but then in a more relaxed area of the office, but not maybe in the formal setting of the office? That's why the colors are so important, that you see that it can be matched with your colors you have maybe at home. But particularly the ergonomics, the quality of the comfort level is almost to compare to the way how we have looked at sport shoes, for instance, or sport wear. And so it's having that association, and people, luckily enough, love it when they sit on it and use it at the moment. So we're very proud of it.
Very good. And it's been around a little bit. There's been quite a few events where Ahrend has been launched, and you've been part of some of those, I believe.
Yeah, we were almost everywhere. We were in Paris, we were in Dubai, here in Amsterdam, of course. Many other places, Warsaw, we were there, etc. So it's kind of amazing that we had the opportunity with Ahrend to promote this chair in such an exciting way.
Nice, very good, very good. So versatility, that's also a theme in one of the other designs, or the completion of a design for this year, which is the Van B residences in Munich. It's a very interesting project that explores how we may live in the future with its plug-in systems and community living ethos. Can you talk us through this project?
Now, the Van B project is an exceptional new type of housing project, you could say, and deals with everything what we see around new family constellations today. So today we have more than 40 family constellations, whereas maybe 20 years ago we had only maybe 12. So the exciting thing of this housing project is that within the house, with these plug-in systems where you can move around, you can change your one bedroom to its a two bedroom home, and maybe only in the 49 square meters you have, you can actually feel that it is close to 75 square meters. So psychologically, it gives an enormous amount of freedom in the flexibility of the way how you live, but also that you can choose for or either a plug-in what is in work space, or a plug-in what is another bedroom, or a plug-in for an extra part related to your kitchen. So this flexibility is also connecting itself towards the flexibility of the way how you would grow yourself over the time, maybe with a family in this home. So yeah, and small apartments, or the whole phenomenon of small living is connected to this idea, and because as we know, in many city centers the square meter prices are so high that you need to make these smaller spaces more comfortable, more flexible, as if you are in a holiday home.
So those are amazing projects. I would like to zoom out a little bit and look at our global UNStudio. We opened a new office this year, which was the office in Austin. You were there for the launch event. Can you tell us a little bit about why Austin and how it was?
Austin is an incredible new city, new in the sense that it is actually transforming very quickly into a tech place where a lot of expats come to live, and it's actually transforming enormously on the level of the way how the city grows, how many people live there right now. So it needs to improve its infrastructure. That's why we did what we call the ATP project, and rail project with for the city's design. Because we have done that in now many other cities. We worked on the Qatar Rail project with so many train stations for metro lines, and the city was fascinated in how quickly we had done that with a manual design, and similarly they would like to have that approach also for the city of Austin. But the project is so large, and the excitement of being there is so, for us also so interesting, that we thought where everything is happening we should be located. So that's why we are there, and we're getting also more work in that region.
Very good, very good. So another region to focus on is China, because the book Knowledge Matters has been published this year in Chinese. And we took that opportunity to host a salon in our newly renovated offices space in Shanghai. Can you share a little bit about your experiences there?
Yeah, it's amazing how well we luckily enough still do in China. We went since 2008, we went through so many, quite difficult phases as well. But as we see, with ideas around sustainability, growth of cities, the way how we have learned there to work differently than in other locations, it is for us an enormous, interesting location to be. And we are not only in Shanghai, we are also in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, we are designing you could say, the biggest lyric theater with other theaters related to this one theater on a very complex site on the Kowloon area in Hong Kong. And have also more work in that region right now in Hong Kong itself. but it is interesting that we are now also sharing our knowledge, with knowledge matters, what is now translated in Chinese, or ideas and reflections on the profession, and that is quite beautiful that the Chinese are so interested, luckily enough, in that as well, than only our buildings alone.
Right. So you talk about reflections. If we reflect back on the year 2024, what do you see were the biggest challenges?
The challenges are right now on many levels to be found in the profession. You could say the future of work, how we work. Do we work more at home, or do we want to come back more to the office? How do we want to work in the office? With the headquarters of Booking.com, we have proven that it is good to create another work environment and to create an environment where people feel that they're connected towards the office space, with good food, walkability, social interactions, informal workspaces. So the future of work, the future of mobility is in change. The future of how we live, the future of the home, the way how maybe also as a company dealing with technology, for instance, are you stepping into AI or not? We did, but how do we deal with it then? And for that reason, we blockchained it so that it is our AI system what we have within the company. Becoming more professional and efficient when it comes down to creating more time for design within, again, not only the profession, but particularly also in UNStudio. These were quite heavy challenges to work on, and we see that the benefits already coming up, luckily enough, now in the end of the year, and for the predictions also for next year, that a certain form of transformation was necessary, because we're getting larger and getting more exciting and bigger projects. So yeah, everything good. And the most important is we do have such an incredible team who are not only there for only 5 years, but stay longer even than 20 years within the company. And that's for me the most exciting, to see that people like to stay within UNStudio and want to grow within this company for a long time. So very happy with this year, but it was quite an interesting, challenging year, like you say.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, and yes, best wishes for next year.
Thanks for you too, and everyone here.
Thank you.
Thanks.